Well, hey, boys and girls, men and women, etc., etc. I look terrible. I sound terrible. Last year, my wife of 12 years died. And today is the 17th of March. And last year, on the 16th of March, which was our anniversary, when she was at home on hospice and dying here. And 1 year ago, yesterday, was the last time my wife talked or did anything but lay in bed and breathe. The night of the 16th, we had a dinner. She actually ate a few pieces, and we talked. Unfortunately, later that night, I had to keep her awake a lot longer than I wanted because we needed to have her signature on it. One of those lawyer things. You know, that when you can't do stuff. And she needed to sign that. And she was far enough along in her dying process that she was having to sign it, but she was falling asleep in the middle of signing. And she knew what we were talking about, and she was doing as best she could to try and help us. Because she knew we needed to get that power of attorney done. I'm sorry, and she didn't need to be worrying about that, but instead she was spending her last night trying desperately to help us get the power of attorney done. I'm sorry. And so she was struggling hard to help us. And then finally, when we got all the paperwork together and she needed to sign it, she was fighting so hard to stay awake, but her kidneys had failed about 6 days prior, and she was falling asleep just trying to get it done, and she felt so bad. And she felt so bad. And I felt so bad because she felt so bad because she didn't need to. She didn't need to feel that while she was dying. And then the next morning, the morning of the 17th, that's when the last time she ever spoke. And then I had to live in my house by myself with my wife's dying body in the living room. And it wasn't until the night of the 19th, after 2 days of her body just lying there, when she finally died. And now I'm 2 days away from the anniversary of her actually dying, and yeah, I'm kind of a wreck. I was hoping I'd be able to tell the happy stories about my wife after. I mean, you're going to be introduced, and I thought I'd be able to do more. I'm sorry. I look awful. I sound awful. I feel awful. Years we were married. 12 years, and 10 years of that we were in such a tight orbit of just her and me. And now I've been trying to live for a year without her, and that's why I've been clinging so tightly to YouTube, all of you, and I get so probably wildly, inappropriately pissed off and irritated when things aren't going right, because I'm doing it all for you. All for you. Thank you. Next time you see me, I won't be as broke down and awful. Take care. I'll see you on the flip side.
Well, and hi, everybody. I've talked about my wife a fair amount, so I thought, since I'm only 2 days away from my wife's death anniversary, please excuse me. I thought I could do this easier. This is what remains of my wife. She was 42 when she died. And I have never loved anyone as much before, and I fear I never will again. I'm not going to show you anything gross, don't worry. It's just that part of what happened before after my wife died, her cat was still alive. But then, like 3 or 4 months after that, my cat died, and so I had I had him. Cremated too, and I keep him in there with her because the kitty used to lay with her all the time. So even now, I have them stay together.